What if I told you I got a full set of brand new golf clubs for just £1,254? Or, in layman's terms, the price of a set of new Callaway X Forged irons? Let's do it. And let's do it now. Hi everyone, James Robinson here. Guys, first things first, well, you may have seen these on the channel already. I did actually trick Foxy with these, and I told him they were really expensive. Now, whenever I review Cali golf clubs, and it is called Cali because I mentioned it maybe Kaylee in the video, and I'm not going to lie, there was uproar from the Scottish contingent of subscribers. So it's Kaylee, as in Caledonial. Caledonial? Caledonial. Caledonial. It's Cali! Damn it! Guys, real quick one before we get into this video, we are running another giveaway. So on the last video we did with the Cali golf clubs, we gave away the full set. Tom, they're on the way to you, or they're going to be on the way to you soon, mate. Congratulations for that. The guys at Cali have offered another giveaway. So we're giving away the putter and a full set of wedges to 2 different people. So make sure you get in the mix for that. All you have to do, you have to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. You have to leave a like, you have to comment below Cali, C-A-L-E-Y, and I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Then go over and follow the guys at Cali on Instagram, because that is again where the draw is going to be made. So you need to find out that you're going to win. And if you don't believe people win, ask Tom, because Tom won the set last time. He's not got them yet because I'm filming this video with them. Then they're going to be on the way. Also, guys, if you haven't hit that subscribe button already, make sure you do. A lot of people have messaged me recently saying they've been unsubscribed or they're not getting the notifications. So make sure you've rung the notification bell as well. That might be why you're not getting them. And apart from that, let's get on with this video. Would I send them back? Who knows? Right, anyway, so the name is important because they've changed names. They were called Old Tom, but the thing that's mega important is the price. So I'm going to count out exactly what you get here, and I've added it up on the internet, on the Cali website, how much all these clubs would cost. And I wrote them on this old sticker because, as Chris would say, times are hard, friends are few. Driver, $199. Not bad. 3-wood, $149. Exceptional value. Hybrid, get this, set, $199. That's a 3 and a 4 hybrid set. Pitching wedge to 4-iron irons, $399. Full set of 3 wedges, $199, and a putter just in there at $109, if that ever focuses. Doesn't need to focus because it's right, $109. So the full set comes to £1,254 if my maths is correct, and it should be because I've used the calculator, unless I've said it wrong. But that is pretty much the same price as you'll see here as a set of Callaway X Forged CB irons, pretty much, depending where the dollar is at the moment. So let's just show you what you get for that money, because I'm well aware that like people are going to want to see me hit these, and that's exactly what we're going to do. The putter there, the driver, the 3-wood, the hybrids. I mean, look how good these all look as well. We're not going to hit all of these today, and they were brand new when they came. You'll see that some of these still have the wrapper on them and look absolutely beautiful. You'll see that Foxy didn't clean these after the video, so thanks for that, Foxy. But also we did a giveaway with these, and that has been drawn and claimed on the Cali Instagram by Tom Gilchrist. So Tom, congratulations for that. I know I'm late in sending you them because I want to do this video and a few comparisons. What we're going to do in this video, we're going to hit all of them, we're going to hit a load of these, and the big thing on the website, as you'll see here, is you get a 60-day guarantee. 60 days is a long time. Now, I'm going to say to you guys if I would send them back or not. You wouldn't keep them for 60 days and batter them up and send them back. I'm sure there's terms and conditions with that, and I would hope nobody would take advantage of that. But if it's on the website, they have to run it, they have to do it. Would I test these and send them back for the price? I'm not expecting them to be up there with clubs such as the TaylorMade Sims, the Callaway Mavericks, the Titleist TSI 3 and 2s of the world. But for £1,254, would I be happy with my purchase? We're going to find out. And also, while I tidy this mess up, I will be testing these against some of the bigger name competitors, guys. So get in the comments below and let me know. I'm sorry, Tom Gilchrist, who's won these. They're coming, mate. You're just going to have to wait a tiny bit longer. We're going to test them against some bigger name products. We're going to test them against some bigger name clubs. and see how they do for the price point. All this for the same price as a set of irons. New as well. So we're going to start the video with the 52-degree wedge. And again, I'm sorry, Tom, but I'm going to take this off for the sake of the video. So I will leave some of these on for you, Tom, I promise. But there we go. You can't beat that, can you? So for the price, what would I hope and what would I expect of a 52-degree wedge? Now, obviously, a 52-degree wedge is a 52-degree wedge. There's not much technology that can go into these for kind of distance, is there? And you wouldn't really want there to be. All I'd want really is consistency of spin with the grooves, and then maybe just a nice bit of versatility with the head. Obviously, we can't test that in here. We can test it for distance. It does look quite lofted for a 52. I think we've got about 105 to 110 with this lob wedge. 103 spinning back to 101. Loads of spin on there, spinning at 9,000. I really enjoyed that actually. Not going to spend too long on these. I know that you're going to want me to rifle through and get to the driver, the 3-woods, where you potentially will save loads of money. I've nailed that one as well. 108, spinning at 9.5. I don't need to see any more with that. Definitely wouldn't be sending that back on those. Right, moving through the set, and now we're going to go into the 9-iron, which I can spy there. Now these look really good. To me, they look very TaylorMade P790 to Ping i500-esque, don't they? Even got that little kind of hollow body look to them. Staring at these, I personally think, yes, they look a bit big. They look a little bit, the toe looks quite big and out of proportion to the rest of the body. That's going to suit a lot of people's eye. If you're scared of maybe hosling them, if you're scared of not getting centered strikes. Obviously what Ryan's done here, so Ryan obviously did set up Old Tom, now he's moved on to Cali, got it that time. He's making them look user-friendly, which obviously if you're only going to make one set of irons, which they do at the moment, although I do think I've seen a limited run of these in black, which just look, oh yes. But you're definitely going to make these more consumer-friendly, aren't you? More player-friendly. You're not going to make a set of blades and expect to sell them to everyone. Right, 9-iron. That was a terrible strike. Terrible strike. It's done really well with not a lot of spin. This is the one thing which worries me about hollow-bodied irons. I struggle to get the spin rate I would need to launch them where I want. For me, this is usually about a 145 to 150 club. That was better. That was really good. Again, fairly low spin. That's spinning at 6.2. But I mean, the distances are really consistent. Is the word I'm looking for there. I mean, looking down at them, as you'll see now, as a friendly-looking iron, would you want much more from that, really? Not sure I'd need much more. There's not that much offset, actually. The leading edge does look quite rounded, which again will divide opinion. Top line nice and thick, so it's going to suit more people. I've nailed that one. See, that's so interesting. I've nailed that one. It's got more spin on it, but it's gone exactly the same distance as when I didn't nail it. Price is such a funny perception, isn't it? Because if you told me that I'd paid £5,000 for this set, I'd be a little bit dubious. I mean, the grips, they're not bad. The grips are obviously in-house made and they're okay. I don't think they're going to last overly long. But apart from that, I mean, they're not premium shafts yet. It's a stepless shaft, so you kind of almost wouldn't even think that. It's almost like a Project X rifle shaft, just with no sticker on it. That was a little heavy one again. And they're all within 3 yards of each other. All of them. Moving up the set now to the 7-iron. And again, you're getting those same vibes, aren't you? Those kind of hollow body, game improver almost vibes. But then the lack of offset. I mean, there is offset there. I can sense it. But I almost just can't see it. To me, it looks... I mean, the top line even is kind of getting a little bit more like what I would be wanting. To be honest, I could... Let's just hit it. Let's just hit it. Long blade length in this 7-iron. There's a bit of a trend going there as you move up the clubs, which again, most people would like. I've caught that terribly and it's gone 176 yards. The spin's dropped off massively, so we'll, yeah, it's not gameable for me, but then the P790 isn't gameable for me, and the i500 isn't gameable for me either. Didn't sound amazing off the club there either, to be honest. Exactly the same again. It's consistent, but it's not amazingly pleasing to hit. But then if you're spending this amount of money on a new set of full clubs, do you know what you're wanting to feel, to hear? I assume that the people who are buying these are going to be like Foxy, almost a beginner, almost not wanting to spend loads of money on golf clubs, or just fancying a new set, and again, not wanting to spend loads of money on golf clubs. So then you have to make compromises, don't you? You'd compromise on the feel, you'd compromise on the sound. One thing you're not compromising on is looks. The look, if this was a premium brand, which maybe one day it will grow to be, you'd think, yeah. I mean, it's hardly an eyesore, is it? Sleek. Right, one more 7, we'll move up to the 5 and then into the hybrids. I've struck that really well. Again, it's gone a little bit further, low spin. They are absolute rifles. What about the 5-iron? Again, sorry Tom, but this is coming off, mate, because I will clean them for you though. They're still new, I promise. So far, you've got the 60-day guarantee. This is kind of maybe your bedding in range session. You're looking at the numbers, you're deciding how they perform. Where do I stand with the wedge and the irons? Would I be sending them back? I'll tell you after this 5-iron. I mean, looking down at this, it could be anything. It's big, it's clunky, it's got a nice thick top line, loads of blade length. Again, this probably isn't for me, but I imagine looking down at this, if you just want a new set of golf clubs that will be forgiving and easier to use. I've nailed that. That's 205 yards with a 5-iron. Spinning at 4-1. You know what, I'd love to finish the iron review there and just have that. I mean, just check that out for a 5-iron. Do we have to any more? Right, we'll hit 2 more, just for the sake of argument. Hopefully we'll have as good a golf swings. That's even better. Lower spin and it's gone a tiny bit further. They are rockets, these things. They are rockets, and that's exactly, if I was testing a TaylorMade club now, the P790 for example, hit those comments below if you'd like to see that comparison. I'd still be saying it's a little low spin, I'd still be saying, wow, they're going a long way. I'd probably be saying they feel a little bit softer, a little bit better, but I'd be saying they cost a hell of a lot more as well. Oh, stop it, that's got no right to be that good. Moving into the hybrid portion of the test, and we get a 3 and 4 hybrid here, again for a great price. We're going to test the 4 hybrid. I'm sorry Tom, but I'm going to have to take these wrappers off again. Is there a wrapper on the, yeah, the wrapper's on both, Tom, so we're going to have to take one off one for the sake of testing. And we're going to go 4 hybrid. Now you don't get loads of adjustability on here, it's not something which you would expect to get for that price, but you do get a lovely sleek look, a nice matte finish on top, almost kind of Ping i20-esque. And then lovely centre spot there that just reads Kelly. So this is almost where we can do a little bit of gap testing as well. The 5-iron on average was a 205, 206. So you'd want this to be going 215, 220. Looks fantastic down at the ball. And what do we say, 215, 220? Who said golf had to be expensive? And it's a really funny video this, because I'm almost not really testing for mishits. I'm not testing for great shots. I'm just testing for the sake of testing. That's a 4 hybrid that's spun at 4,500. It's gone 219 yards. What more would I want from any 4 hybrid, really? That's ballooned a bit and spun a bit high. Didn't feel like a bad hit, but it's still 213. One more. I can't hit a hybrid better than that, and that's where you'd want it. Shaft-wise and grip, these are the stock Cali shaft and grip option again in the hybrid. What about if we put this premium leather head cover back on, which is also a lovely little bonus, and take this one off and move into the 3-wood. Now this is where you could potentially save yourself a bit of money. You may not need to use a 3-wood, you may not, I mean, obviously we are testing them on the idea of it being a full set. A lot of people don't need 3-woods, a lot of people don't use 3-woods. The 3 hybrid would be sufficient. Again, I find myself saying the same kind of thing over and over again. Simple, nice looking, lovely top line. What more do you want? Now the matte finish for me is wonderful. The one thing I'd worry about is how it looks after a number of rounds. You could say that about any matte finish. Shaft feels quite long in this. I'm expecting a kind of 250, 260. Not with that. 240 with a terrible strike. This sounds loud. This is the first club I've hit, which is making me feel, feels a little bit cheaper than the other ones, which for the price you can't really complain about, but again, I've struck that well, it's just lacking a bit. 3/7 spin, it's a high spinner. Again, probably not designed for the likes of me, but if I was looking, I mean, dispersion's incredible. If I was looking to play cheap golf, wouldn't really have an issue. I'm going to hit one more with that. That's a 241. The only thing that's leaving a lot to be desired really is the sounds very, very tinny. Some people might like that, some people don't. I'm well aware that audio feedback is a huge personal preference, but remember this club is £149 and a TaylorMade Sim Titanium's double that nearly. So yeah, there's nothing saving that one. Driver. This is where things start to get interesting because Foxy really enjoyed this, and again there's no adjustability on there. It's not claiming to be, Foxy enjoyed testing the whole of the face as well, sorry pal. But this driver isn't claiming to be the next big thing. It's not claiming to win the driver count at the US Open or at the Masters or anything, but it looks good. It looks, the head is almost a bit pointy and triangular at the back, which makes me think it's almost made for more a better player, but then that would go against everything else we've seen in the set. How does the driver do? Remember, 275 for me is generally about there. I've caught that good, a little bit toey. It's not far away, is it? It's just not far away. For an opening drive out the toe, that sure as heck isn't upsetting me too much, especially for $199. I don't think you can get custom fitted for this. I'd love to maybe put a premium shaft in here and see how much difference that makes. Obviously it'd make a huge difference to what it'd cost you. But how does the head perform? It's gotta be good. That's interesting. See, I struck that good. That was a better strike than the previous one. Spin's ramped up and distance has gone down. It's still 266. It's still okay. I guess one of your only real arguments would be, would I spend $199 on this, or would I spend $199 on a 2016 M2, something like that? Would that be better? Do you want to see that comparison instead of this in a Sim or a Callaway Maverick or a TSI3? Because really the whole point behind this brand is getting a brand new set of golf clubs that no one's used, no one's tinkered with. They're not scratched up, they're not marked up, but for a pretty affordable price. Right, last shot. Would I be sending them back? Would I be sending them back? I mean, on the basis of that, no. I wouldn't be sending them back, and that's not just because of probably the British politeness. For me, they've performed okay. I'm going to show you all the numbers now from top to bottom of the bag. £1,254. They're good. So I'm not going to kind of ruin this for you guys, but dispersion, either I've swung really well today or these clubs actually suit me really well. That's the driver dispersion. I've not hit too many shots because there was a lot of clubs to test. We go all the way back through the 3-wood, obviously that's the bad one at the end, but apart from that, again, good dispersions. 4 hybrid, 5 iron, 7 iron, 9 iron, 52-degree wedge. So what about numbers? I'm not going to show you every single shot, but if these read down the side here, if that read TaylorMade, Callaway, Mizuno, Titleist, and we saw these numbers, how would we react? I mean, the driver, I'd probably be saying I'd want a little bit more out of it. Obviously, the price that we know these are, 265 carrying average, 270 total, and 2008 spin. Can't complain too much with that. 3 would I be asking for a little bit more as well, but again, it's not a Titleist, it's not a TaylorMade. It is in fact a Cali. 4 hybrid, I was quite happy with that. 5 iron, incredibly happy with that. 7 iron has gone absolutely miles, but the average spin there with the 7 iron was 4.544. Average spin with the 5 iron 3.953. Average spin with the 9 iron there 2.691, and the 9 iron was going 150 yards. Obviously the wedge 105 I was happy with, and that had some nice spin on it at 9.108. So, as a roundup with all these clubs, what do we think? I'd be really happy with that. If I'd bought them and I'd paid that money for them, I think you could get a little bit more performance out of them. I don't think if they do more sets in the future, kind of smaller irons, things like that, that's probably something I'd look into more. I don't think the test here is putting the irons against the R500, is putting the irons against the P790s, the driver against the TaylorMade Sim. I think it's putting them against something from a few years ago that you can pick up for that price that's maybe a bit dated, a bit knackered, a bit beat up. We've not mentioned the putter in this video as well, but the putter is a lovely looking bladed putter. You wouldn't really ask for much more from an expensive putter. It's almost got a little kind of duck neck in there as well, which again I quite like. But they're going in there for Tom Gilchrist. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Really hope you've enjoyed that. Make sure you do go and check out the clubs. The website's just down there. This isn't a paid review, this isn't an advert, this is just trying to review different golf clubs for you all, guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I need to go and send these off because, well, I can't send them off yet because we're going to compare them. But Tom, they're coming, mate, I promise, I promise. And apart from that, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye! At least you're not going to Finland like that Cobra driver did.